You looking good. Hey, everyone. We are live. Hey, everybody. Thanks for bearing with us. We were supposed to come on at 11, but we couldn't because we had a home emergency. So we had to reschedule. And it's just been crazy. I've been like on the phone or on text or something all morning. And it's only 11:30. But I wanted to say welcome to Sharon, the Heart Lady. Sharon, you have just been a bright light in my life. I
Oh,
want you to know that. And we met so many years ago, went through, I think, two different programs from two
yes.
different coaches, separated for a while, came back together, and now you're a part of my dream co-author team that I have out there. And my mission is to help, especially women entrepreneurs, but just purpose-driven entrepreneurs in general, to
Yeah,
actually get their stories out there, get their book done, become bestsellers. You know, I'm all about bestsellers.
that's right.
So
That's right.
today, I know last week I ran the challenge, and thank you to everyone who was a part of the challenge, to write that book challenge. I got so many questions, so many comments, so many loves. Thank you so much for that. I put a lot into it. I'm glad y'all were accepting to it. And I know I'm going to be able to see some books out of it real quick. As a matter of fact, I have a project going on that is going to launch in May, the Mom Dad book. So I will tell y'all more about that in a bit. And then I have the bestseller lab that is going on that starts in February. So what I'm doing with this is I'm bringing on some people so y'all can know I'm telling the truth, because you know a lot of people out there be fibbing about how
Hmm.
many people they've helped, what they've done,
Yeah.
how happy their people are. I am happy to say that I have some real true authors here who have been part of my programs, who have themselves become best-selling authors, understand more about the publishing process, have even created books on their own outside of me, but with my help or assistance or whatever. And so Sharon is just one of those people. And Sharon, I wanted to bring you on and showcase you and allow you to say, from your own self, what's going on, how it was working with me and all of that. But before we do that, let me give you a chance to kind of introduce yourself and tell everyone who you are and all that so they can get to know you as much as I have and love you too.
Thank you so much, Carol, for this opportunity and your warm welcome. Hello there, viewers. Again, my name is Sharon, affectionately known as the Heart Lady, and I work with clients who have relationship drama and
Mm,
emotional trauma. And
wow.
I help my clients work through their communication challenges. I help them with stabilizing their emotional wounds. So a lot of them, as you know, are stem from childhood adverse conditions. A lot of them just wants extra support, different perspectives, and I do this in a holistic manner. And so
Mhm.
I have a whole toolbox of various ways on how to heal because everybody does not resonate with one particular tool. And so
Mhm.
I call myself a workshop junkie.
A workshop junkie. I like that.
I am always learning. I'm always doing the next best thing that can get my clients the best results. I have a lot of clients that work with that have expressed anxiety, grief, and they call it depression, and I just call it a severe sadness because a lot of them don't understand that depression has a particular level of diagnosis, and a lot of them are just sad and brokenhearted.
Yes.
And hence, that's why I even wrote my book, Unbreak Your Broken Heart, and giving
Mhm.
seven different ways, seven different relationships on how to heal. And I stick true to my brand. So even when my clients come to me, what's going on physically? What's going on emotionally? And then
Mhm.
let's put it together and work it through our spiritual heart. And so, emotional, physical, and spiritual heart is the reason why I call my company Three Hearts, One Beat. And you know, Carol, I got the name the Heart Lady from a client. She says,
Mm.
well, everybody I know just calls you the Heart Lady. And then she's turned around, she said, you need to brand yourself as the Heart Lady
Oh,
because that's
wow.
what we remember you as. And I was like, you know what? I will.
Yes.
That's so cute. Because, I also teach CPR, been an advocate for the American Heart Association, speaker and trainer for over 35 years. So I'm always about the heart And
Amen.
February is coming up. So, hey,
Mhm.
if y'all need some heart healing, if y'all need some CPR training, well, at least recognize the signs and symptoms of a heart attack and a stroke. At
Mhm.
least incorporate heart health as part of your self care routine.
Yes, especially now. I know this was true a few years ago. I don't know if it's true now, but the number one killer of women is heart disease, right? Or
It's
heart attack.
always been, it kind of dropped when COVID came around,
Mhm.
but yeah, recently women have, and why do you think women have overshadowed men?
Because we worry about everything. We take on everything. We don't even take care of ourselves. So
Yeah,
I can
and it's
tell you
taking
why.
over the role in a lot of households. The women are doing what the men used to do or
Hmm.
do. Not used to,
Hmm.
but men still do. Love men.
Yes. Yes,
But
we love men. We've both been married a long time. We have some good men behind us and stuff, but everybody needs to step up. We need
mm,
to take care of ourselves. We need to speak up for ourselves. We need to recognize what's going on in our life, which brings me to the whole book experience,
oh
the
my
thing that
God.
we're doing, because when the co-author book that I'm talking about with you is a purpose driven. Do I have it here? I do have it. I do have it here.
Glad
Let
I
me
meant to bring it.
That's okay. Let me see if I can put it in front of my face. So okay, there we go.
Pull it
Yeah,
back
kind
up a
of. You
little
can't
bit.
see the whole thing. I'm sorry, because y'all don't want to see this office right now. It looks crazy. But the Purpose Driven Entrepreneur's Daily Prayer Journal is the book that Sharon came in as a co-author. I was the lead author on that project, getting everybody together and all of that. So Sharon, I wanted to ask you why you decided to become a part of the project. What kind of hit you and said, I have to do this when I approached you about it?
Well, I think initially, of course, you asked me, so I was like, of course, Carol.
I have that effect on people. You gonna do it? Yeah, okay, come
Yeah.
on.
But number two, I like the idea behind it that a lot of people with may have not wanted to express their true feelings for their faith, for
Hmm.
acknowledging out loud that yes, God has a place in my business. It's not
Hmm.
two separate things. Because
Right.
of course not for me, if God dwells in you, then everywhere you go, God is
Hmm.
around me
Hmm.
and within me. So I thought that it was interesting. And I remember the era when you couldn't say God out loud,
Yeah.
and people would look at you and think that you're trying to, convert them or tell them about your religion. And a lot of people had a lot of shame around
Hmm.
saying God or faith within their business. And we know that everything productive and everything good comes from a higher source from within. And so for myself, I do start my practices invoking the creator and whatever deity that divinity, that divine
Hmm.
deity
There
that
you go.
that they may request, whether it's Allah or Vishnu or God or Jah or Jehovah,
Hmm.
whichever one. We just ask them to come in and bless our sessions and protect us from any low and negative entities. And so it's always been a part of my practice as long as sometimes it's just like you say your private prayer and I'll say mine. And it really just sets the tone.
Hmm.
So I thought that it was a good idea. And then my particular piece in your book was really talking about how all religions invoke their practice
Right.
in their business.
Hmm. Hmm. Good deal. I'm glad that hit with you because all my books, I tell everybody they're spiritual downloads from God. I don't really just think of them off the top of my head. If I said that, I would definitely be fibbing or lying, but they're all from God. I call them spiritual downloads. And I can always tell that, when I say something to somebody and I see that thing in their eyes, like, what? Or in the text or whatever, that they're going to go with it. So I'm like, really good. So now I want you to tell us about your experience working with me and your experience in the project, because I know a lot of people get into these anthology book processes, programs. They spend a whole lot of money. I know I do not charge my people a whole bunch of money. As a matter of fact, I just went up after doing it for like 3 or 4 years. It was 197 before, and I went up to 247 this year. That's not a whole lot. I've known 500, 1,000,
Yes. Yes.
1,500 to
Yes.
come in.
Yeah.
And the key
Absolutely.
about it is I don't even have you write a whole bunch of stuff. You just write like 500 words, and
Yeah.
then the other stuff you already have, your bio, your picture, it's all that's your 2-page spread to advertise you, and you get a link to your stuff so that people can read it and go to the link. But what was your experience in the project and your experience working with me?
Well, what I liked about being in the project, and the project is you.
True.
So what I really appreciated was, and she didn't pay me to say this, folks.
I
But
did not.
no, but what I really appreciated is that she gives you the quality time. It's not just email. It's really one on one. Or, hey, Carol, I'm not sure about this.
Hmm.
What do you think? Oh, I'm having trouble doing that. She has been my super techie person whenever I needed it, for sure. And it was just really the opportunity for visibility, the opportunity to collaborate. But what I appreciate more is the true caring nature. She wants the best for her clients. She wants the
Mm,
best for her group that she works with, and she doesn't hold any bars. There's no secrets. I don't want to tell you this and oh that.
right.
She
Yes.
will say, "Let's go on a Zoom, share your screen. This is da 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 da," and you get it. And then she'll follow up and say, "So did you get it?
Yeah.
Got it." And then there was a time when I was feeling she must have told me about to do something about 2, 3 times. And I was like, okay, if I ask her again, she is not going to respond to have a fit. She was like, oh, sure, Sharon, come on, let's do it again till you get it.
Right.
And I think that is the most valuable asset that you have as a coach, as a wow strategist, is really your one-on-one caring. I know as you grow and you have thousands, you won't be able to do that as much, but just at the beginning, it makes the difference. And this is why we refer folks to you.
Oh,
This
thank
is
you.
because you care and
I
you
do.
really try to take time, have the patience. I should look up in my phone for a text when I said, thank you for your patience and kindness.
Yeah,
Because,
it's been a couple of times. It's been a couple of
yes,
times.
I did. I'm telling you, I could pick it up and should tell you because I was like, oh my gosh, she had so much patience with me. And so I think that's the best thing I'm working with the project. Then you're always challenging us,
Hmm.
Carol. And
Hmm.
so I appreciate the last challenge. I had an ebook, I was sitting on it, not doing anything with it. Then you posted the challenge, and I was like, she's going to really make me go back, edit the book, put my heart back in it, and get this by the line. By they call it deadline, I call it by the live line.
Yeah. By the live light. Yes. Yes. Yes.
So get it done by the live line. And that made me feel such a great sense of accomplishment.
Oh,
And it inspired me. And I'm saying, oh, I can do this. So I'm going to be ready for the next project. And I'll be
all
working
right.
with
All
mom
right.
and dad with you.
I love that you say that because I do care. I really do care. And I have been accused of not having patience, but I really do have patience with my clients. There's other stuff, maybe family or something. I don't have as
Yeah.
much patience, but I don't have patience for stupidity
Mhm.
or, ignorance or
Ignorance.
people
Yeah.
that just like laziness. I don't have
Yeah.
patience for that. But if you're going to go one step, I'm going to go one step with you. If you're going to go two, I'm going to do it. And it is my mission. I know that it is my purpose that God has put me on this earth to help purpose driven entrepreneurs, especially women. There are a few good men out there. Help them too. I don't discriminate against men and women. I like men. I've been married to one for 30 years this year. Yay! But but we don't. I just don't think that we either don't know where to go to get the information. We don't know how to discern the information that we get, and we don't know what to do with the information that
Yeah.
we have, that we see. And there's so much out there. If you look now, write a book in 5 days, write a book in a weekend, write a book in this, do that. And you go through all that and all these things are crossing. That's what happened with me. And I really create my programs, my projects, everything I do, thinking about how can I help someone understand this, get this, and do this? Because my thing is all about taken action. And I know since you did the Purpose Driven Entrepreneur's Daily Prayer Journal, you have done at least one book on your
Mhm.
own that you
Yes,
published. And
yes,
you even
absolutely.
asked me a couple of questions. Can I do this
Yes.
now? I'm like, no, 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 can't do
Yeah.
that. What about doing this?
Mhm.
So, how did going through the co-author project that you did? How did that embolden you to go and do the stuff on your own?
Because you gave us the stepping stones to
Mm-hmm.
do that, and like I said, you motivate, inspire, and encourage, and with that, you also give us the confidence that we can do that, and knowing that you're our support system. That
Mm-hmm.
hey, if I need, um, if I have a question, that you're there to help support me, and I don't have to feel away. So that's how I did that. And I believe in supporting each other. I believe each one teach one. That's one of my mottos.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
so that's what we've done.
All right. So now I'm launching the Bestseller Lab, which is a program that teaches you everything how to create your own best-selling book, all the ins and outs, and all this. And then I have another project, the Mom and Dad book. So either one, y'all can join in. It's 247 to be a co-author, or it's 4,500 to get in on that program. So Sharon, what would you say to someone who's thinking, should I do this? Should I not? What am I, what's going to happen? What would you tell them? What would you talk to them and say?
I would say that you are going to get the loving care. It's not like with some programs, you get a whole bunch of videos, and then with the videos, you're not absolutely sure. She will give you some videos, but it's so step by step. It's like you're talking to her in person. I think
Yay.
that if you really are serious in being about a co-author, getting your story out there, self-help, your personal story, your journal. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the journal projects really are a great opening and really can put me on the bestseller just
Yes, just for the journal. Who would have thought that, right? Just
yeah.
writing a journal.
Yeah, and being a collaborative on there and learning and know about other authors that are there. It's a great networking event. You take your books wherever you go. And I think that if you are serious and want to be on this journey of learning how to write, learning how to market, learning how to set yourself up as an expert in your field,
Mm-hmm.
then being part of Carol Dunlap's the on marketing team, the
Yes.
Wow strategy programs that she has, and even I'm telling you, just pick up one of the books and look at the quality. Look how she makes sure that each one gets their share.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't go wrong. So I say be part of the program. You won't you won't be disappointed. And for the price, you can save that. Trust me.
Yes,
You
yes,
you
definitely.
can do that. She will work with you. And come on now.
I know you got to invest in yourself. If you know that you're awesome, that your thing is the bee's knees, you really do have to invest in yourself. I'm gonna put this link up. So if y'all are thinking about maybe I should come into this program, I want you to sign up for this free session that I have. Go to csicorporation.com/author. There is no obligation. I'm not going to say, hey, open your purse right now and give me this money. No, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about, is this for you? What can I help you with? What do you want to do after that? So I'm going to leave that up. But I do have one more question for you, Sharon. So, what are the things that are happening in your business, in your life right now that are, I guess, maybe that you learned from this book, or what did the books do for you? Just tell us that we want to know everything.
Since I am a coach, sometimes it's if you're invited as a vendor, you're like, well, a lot of people don't step by to buy
Hmm.
books,
Hmm.
but I think that with the titles of the books, You've given me extra two vents, and I learned to come from around the table and talk with people and ask the questions
Mm-hmm.
that they come and they're buying. And I'm doing now a lot of workshops. So all my workshops, I have the books on display, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting the people are just buying the books right on. I've learned
Awesome.
also from Carol is that the last book challenge was an ebook, and she had I noticed that on her emails that she has the link of her book, and I was
Yeah.
like, I didn't be doing that. So now on my emails, and this is a true story, Carol.
Mm.
Yesterday, someone said, "Oh, I was on getting ready to go on a Zoom, and I sent this email link,
Mm-hmm.
and they saw my
The
ebook
book.
link, and she said, "Oh, I just bought your book. Thanks."
Oh wow. Oh, see,
Yeah.
things we don't
I'm not
we
sure
don't even think about. You know,
I
people
did not
are
think about it. So
yeah. People are
definitely
looking
that
at
was
us.
working for me. Yeah. So
They're looking
I've
at us,
learned
they're
a
looking at
lot.
everything. And when they want to be a part of our world or they want to get close to us, they're going to
Yeah.
reach out and do it. And all I do is, I'm channeling this thing from God. All I'm doing is giving you the opportunity to show up on the stage, to just show up so that people can really see who you are, why they even want to work with you anyway, and then see, how do we relate? That's my whole thing. Because if we can't get that out there in front of people, and if we can't articulate what we're about, who we work with, and all that, just like you did so beautifully at the beginning of this,
Yeah.
we're just like limping along. But a
Yeah.
book project, when you
Yeah.
tell people that you're an author, first of all, like I always say, they're like, author? Oh my goodness, that's amazing. But when you say I'm a best-selling author, they're like, uh-oh, what? I know I need to sit up and listen to
Yeah.
you or something because you're a bestseller. So it
Yeah.
gives us a lot of authority.
Yeah. Absolutely. You help us to tap into our power by stretching us to go into things that we really hadn't thought about. And so and when I first started following you, I was like, this lady's crazy. Why is she giving away all this information? Where is she getting clients? I mean, when you read her, go to her YouTube channel and see how, and when you're part of the program, when I say without a doubt, she doesn't bombard you, but you're always getting some updated information.
Mhm.
And she'll take some of your ideas with you. She'll say, "Oh, Sharon, that's a good idea. I'm going to
Oh
take that.
yeah.
I'm going to do that and do a video on that. I didn't think about." And so it's really each one teach one with Carol.
Oh, I love that because that is my thing. Each one teach one, reach one, and elevate one.
Elevate,
Because you're
absolutely.
trying to, you're always out there in front, but we got to look back at our sisters and brothers who are behind us, just
Yeah,
trying to make a way, and we got to reach down and bring them up because there's room for everybody. There
yeah.
is room for
And
everybody.
for those who are not sure about writing their first book, I know you know how to write a paper, how to
Yeah,
write an essay. I
yeah,
know you know how to write a one pager.
hmm,
Start by being at least a co-author and put
yeah.
your thoughts out there. And you need help with editing or ideas. Carol is there for you. At least start as a co-author. It's just about a page and a half, right, Carol?
Right. Maybe not even that.
Not
500
even
words, y'all. Come
500
on.
words is not even a page. So
Mm-mm.
you can put your ideas down there together. You can already say, hey, and you'll be surprised how that will inspire you to go to the next level.
That is so true. I'm glad you said that because when I tell people, they're always like, "I want to come into the project book. How much do I have to write?" I was like, "You only got to write 500 words." And they're like, "Wow." And then they say, "Who's going to edit this?" And I'm like, "I'm going to edit it. We don't have but 500 words to look at. I think I can deal with that because I've edited books and papers and all this stuff. So don't be scared. Come on in. It's going to do
Yeah.
well. And guess what? If you come into either one of these programs right now, today, this week, or before, well, tomorrow's the end of the month, before the end of the month, by May, you are going to be a best-selling author because all three of these projects are going to be out. Well, two of the mom book, the dad book, and then whatever project that my clients come up with, they're going to be out. And just think you can be a bestseller by summer.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. It just helps to elevate you in whatever field you are. So
Mhm.
you being a bestseller is just another thing that you put on your resume, but it
Right.
also makes you feel so good that you're able to share your words with
Yes.
the world. Yeah.
Definitely,
And I think
definitely.
that's so important. And let me tell you one, don't judge me. Let me tell you one funny, quick story before we go.
Okay.
So as I was writing my 500 project, I was like, well, how the hell do I know if I got 500 words? Carol was like, all you have to do is go to the word count. I was like, oh my God.
Yes, yes. Just go to the Word. Microsoft Word has it. Google Docs has
And
it.
I said,
Just
I
find those
never
words.
recognized that. So that, I mean, the silliest things, she don't make you feel funny. She'll say, just do this. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Right. And the reason I do that, because I have been made to feel less than, or like, what are you talking about? And I don't want anybody to feel that way about something that you don't know. One of the co-authors that's coming into the Mom Dad Project, she told me, and this was so to my heart. She was like, you're the answer to the prayers that I've been praying. I was like, what? She was like, I don't know how to do a book. I wanted to do one forever, and now I'm going to be able to do this with you.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about making you want to get up in the morning
Yeah.
and go out there and shout this to the world, because
Yeah.
it's not that easy to get. You might think, okay, I only got 500 words. Okay, it's under $247, or to get in the program. It's hard for me to get people to come out of their pocket to pay this money. But
Yeah.
I know the value that they get, because I'm not just going to, okay, give me the money, you'll never see me again, or give me the money and you get some kind of crazy project. You
Yeah.
get a project that people are proud to display. I've had co-authors say that, I'm so proud to have this book on my coffee table. I'm so proud to pull this book out. And I've heard that from a couple of authors who had other books, and they were like, I don't even want to show this book because that cover's like, roar.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
So we
right.
only deal with excellence. Excellence,
So
excellence.
invest in yourself,
Yes.
invest in your story, invest in your book, become a best-selling co-author or a lead author. Please check out Carol Dunlop. She is Dunlop. She is the wow strategist, and you will be wowed.
Yes, definitely. Well, thank you so much, Sharon, for coming on. Thanks for everybody who's watching this, whether you're watching it live, whether you're watching it on the YouTube channel, or whether you're watching it on demand. It's all okay. And remember, go ahead and sign up, because that thing isn't going to last long. I think the last day I'm taking somebody is Monday, because Tuesday is my birthday. Woo!
Oh,
Yes,
happy birthday to
I
you.
turned 62. Get
Oh,
out
all
of here.
right.
62. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to be celebrating. I'm not going to be talking to people on the phone. So hurry up and get your thing in. Because even if you decide not to come into either project, I'm going to have some other projects, but you can get some information that you can walk away with and start doing stuff. All right. So that's all I have for you. Bye bye, everyone. Thanks so much for joining in. Thanks, Sharon.
You're